Ninja bridging is arguably one of the most commonly used bridging methods in all of Minecraft. To this day, it is the most known way to bridge by players all across the world in the massive history of this record-breaking game. I first asked around to see if anyone knew anything about this unknown user, and after searching for a long time, I found a few leads. It seemed that most were as clueless as I was, but there was a few promising names that brought up. The name that most piqued my interest was the name ninjapenguin5. Some people who mentioned this name were very passionate to inform me and were 100% sure he was the original creator. The problem is, I couldn't find any way to contact him. I thought I was out of luck and I started to give up. But then I found one last piece of valuable information: the Hypixel forums, a place full of toxicity, trolls, and random information on everything Minecraft related. This newfound information gave me just what I needed to continue my research to find the creator of the Ninja Bridge. I saw an old post explaining that a lot of the most known bridging methods back then were created on a server called the Overcast Network, also known as the OCN, over 8 years ago. Turns out, the original forums for the Overcast Network had been deleted in mid-2015, so using the Wayback Machine, I searched Ninja Penguin's stats and found his YouTube link to his profile. I decided to ask him in a comment on one of his recent videos, as all of his Minecraft-related videos were no longer there. Surprisingly, even though the video I commented on had been uploaded over 3 years ago, he responded the next day confirming he owned the account ninjapenguin5. I added him on Discord and decided to ask him directly if he was the creator of the bridging method we all came to love, and he wrote back this. Well, the story goes, I used to play on an Overcast network about 10 years ago when I was probably 15 or so. I don't know how familiar you are with these types of game modes that were played on the server, but they're usually two sides of a map separated by a void. These game modes usually consisted of both sides trying to destroy a monument or capture a piece of wool from the enemy's side in order to win. A fun challenge that had been popularized was trying to complete these objectives as quickly as possible, to cross the void quickly enough to break records and not get shut off. I wanted to see if there was a faster way of bridging, so I started to let go of shift while I did it. Doing this was great and all for speed, but in competitive matches and even in public matches, people got wise and started to try to counter this rushing style by sending archers out early to try to catch anyone sneaking across with everyone geared up. So that was when the staircasing version of ninja bridging was adopted to make it harder for people to shoot you down while crossing. I was not the person who initially came up with these methods myself. It was actually first theorized by a friend of mine named Tropical Kain. He came up with the idea but couldn't master it initially, so I was the one who used it in tournaments and public matches. Therefore, the name of the bridging style was after my IGN, ninjapenguin5. I guess people who came after me tried this method themselves and were way better at its execution. I'm sure others developed it independently, but on OCN, I got lucky and it somehow ended up with my name. This phenomenon was probably due to my teammates calling it that. After OCN disbanded, most other people used this method on other servers and continued to use my name, so I guess people took this name with them and spread it from there. After talking to Ninja Penguin, I tried to reach out to Tropical Kain myself. After failing to find him, I eventually gave up and just asked Ninja Penguin to see if he still had contact. Later after this, Ninja added him to the chat and I asked Tropical what he thought about this topic, and he replied with, "What likely happened back then was me, Ninja, and another friend named Panda were in a practice server with some of our friends when we first decided to start ninja bridging. I think the first iteration of it was involved in spam clicking and spam shifting to try to move a little faster than the others. After having this short conversation with Tropical, I reached out to another player named Tranquil C who had some important words to say about this topic too. He states, "It was a while ago, so my knowledge of the topic is limited, but from what I can recall, it was essentially the practice of shifting and unshifting across the sky to speed up the process immensely. It was very risky because the mistiming of it would result in falling, but when done successfully, it could cross long distances very quickly compared to the rest of the players. Since it was mostly put into practice in a PvP setting, it also aided in evading arrows from opposing archers when done right. There were variations built upon the initial method, which involved moving diagonally upward in a staircase-like fashion. This version was a tad easier to pull off since you were just jumping backwards and up. The timing was a lot softer because you can just jump and spam click. To come to the conclusion, ninjapenguin5 was one of the first ninja bridgers, but it was theorized and created by Ninja, Tropical Kain, Panda, and few more unnamed individuals, though the name still sticks to Ninja as he was the most predominant bridging figure at this time. All of this information I gathered over the course of a few weeks, so some of it is a bit rushed and could be incorrect. Besides that, I hope you had a fun time watching, and it took a lot of work to make this video, so please like or subscribe, please.